Now this is going to be an exciting video. Exciting for you guys because you get to see what's in my kit, but also exciting for me because the reason I'm doing this video is because I actually got a new bag. This is the bag that I have been using. It's a Cadence Shoulder Bag. It's a good little customizable bag, but the problem is that it's little and I can't actually hold that much stuff. I've been using it since about December, pretty much around the same time that we started doing this series, but you can't really put that much stuff in it, and just the one shoulder kind of hurts after a while and it's just not comfortable to wear over long periods of time. So I got a new bag. This is the Gopro 250, not the 350, not the 450, the Gopro 250 backpack. This bag is awesome. It's a relatively small form factor, but it holds like way more than the little shoulder bag. It's a backpack, not a shoulder bag, and it's just really comfortable to wear. It's just gonna be way better for longer form stuff. Alright, now let's jump straight into the gear. First of all, we got the Canon Ef M50. A great little camera. It's small, it's compact, 1080p 60 and 24 frames a second, 4K that's not very usable for what I do, 720p slow motion. It's just all around a great camera. I've done a review on it. You can actually watch it up here. And this is just a really great camera for the run and gun vlogging style that I've been doing. Next is the Ef M. I've done a review on this one too. This was Canon's first mirrorless camera. It's small, compact. I got this little grip for it. Works great. And I use this as a backup cam or a crash cam. You could just slap a lens on here and take a quick shot of you taking video of a building or a landscape. That brings us to lenses. The main lens that I use on the M50 is actually the 15 to 45 kit lens. Now the reason I use this one is because it is pretty wide. It's about a 24mm equivalent, but it's not super distorted like some of the other wide angle lenses that I've seen used on the Ef M50. The next lens is this. It's a Nikon 50mm 1.8 aperture. Now I'm planning on replacing this as soon as I have the adapter, and then I can buy something like the Nifty 50 that has autofocus, because this is a manual focus only lens. The next one is this. It's an Adaptal B-Bar MC Tamron 28mm f2.5. This was the next lens after the kit lens when I had my Nikon D3300. And just optically, I don't know what it is. There's just something about this lens that I really like. And of course that 28mm is sort of that cinematic standard field of view, the most common focal length in like professional video production. Next we have probably the best Canon Ef M lens. Now the reason I don't use this one most of the time is because it's more of like a 35mm equivalent as opposed to a 24, but the aperture is f2, so really I use this mainly when it's too dark for the kit lens to work, and this f2 aperture is just beautiful. The optics are great, and this is actually a really sharp lens, and again probably the best lens for the Ef M platform. For audio, I got this. This is the VXR10. I've mentioned it in this video up here. It's about equivalent to a Rode Video Micro, but it's about 6 decibels louder than a Rode Video Micro, so you can drop your levels down a bit. This is an SMH30 shock mount from Azden. I got this with my Azden SMX10, and when the VXR10 is on there, it keeps it from blocking the EVF, so you can still get your eye up to it for a third point of contact. Next is the Gopro. This is not actually GoPro, it is a knockoff GoPro that my brother is letting me borrow. I haven't actually used this yet. I'm planning on trying to use this in some unique ways, but it's staying in my camera bag because its footprint is so small. I also have a little voice recorder. I'm planning on getting a lavalier mic for this, just in case I have something where I'm too far away from the microphone. Now this is a new addition. It's a Vodka variable ND filter. You probably know what this is, and if you don't, I'm actually going to be doing a video about it, because this, I think, is the best way to change exposure as a vlogger. It allows you to keep your exposure settings exactly where you want them, because I don't want to shoot just willy-nilly. I want to be very deliberate in the settings that I use for my vlogs. Got stuff like memory cards. They're mainly just the U1 SanDisk Ultra memory cards. Work really well with 1080, but then I also got SanDisk Extreme U3 card for use with the 4K, and it's a 64 gig card, and this is the main card that I'm using right now for the Ef M50. Got the charger. Now, a lot of times people don't carry their chargers on like a day trip. I'm gonna be carrying these for the most part, just because the Ef M batteries aren't great, and I actually carry about 5 or 6 batteries with me all the time. Actually, on the Gopro bag, I have the pouch that comes with it. And this is where my batteries are, because you're gonna need quick access to your batteries. Of course, we got the dead cap for the Rode Video Micro. We got a little cord just in case I want to hook up my microphone to my cell phone. Of course, I got the Gorilla Pod. I've mentioned this one before. It doesn't really need an introduction. It's kind of obvious, like every other vlogger uses. It's sort of become as much of a cliche as skateboarding while vlogging. And then these, just strap on the outside of your bag, and if you need to attach anything to your bag, you got them. They work great. Now, of course, that's not all of the camera, the equipment that we have, but this is the stuff that I'm just gonna throw in my bag if I'm gonna grab my skateboard and run out and shoot a video. In fact, that actually sounds like a good idea. That's what's in my camera bag, 2018. By the way, that's why I wanted the variable ND filter, because you can really quick manually change your exposure. Oh yeah, I'm actually riding to Burger. First time I've actually skated from my house to Burger. This is gonna be fun. That's the problem with skating in the country on a pretty busy road. You know what's funny? The idea of using a skateboard to commute was kind of silly to me just a few years ago. Even though my mom and my dad used it as their primary mode of transportation when they were on their honeymoon, it just seemed ridiculous. Why would you ever use a skateboard except kind of ride around, do tricks with your friends? But I just rode 2.5 miles on a skateboard, and I realized it actually is a very good form of transportation. So if someone's using a skateboard, don't knock them. If you thought that the little red ties on the bag were just to look cool, they're not. Okay, and that's 5 miles on a skateboard. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.